Alright, so let's go ahead and get started building out this submenu. So what we want is to display a couple of links with an icon, and that's going to control what we are going to be displaying in the content area here. Let's head to our editor, and we're going to be creating a new component called stockview menu. And we'll create a functional component here. And let's also create the CSS file. And import the styles. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to be using React Router for this. So we'll import the link from React Router DOM, and we'll also want to grab a couple of icons. So the Flask icon and the coins icon I've taken from Font Awesome, and I'm going to import that into this component. So let's import React component as coins icon, and we'll give the path to the coins, and then we'll do the same for the Flask. All right. Now we're going to add a couple of divs here, and we are, and we're going to add a link inside, and we'll say dividends. And inside of here, before the link, we'll add the coins icon. And we'll just give that a class name of styles icon. And we'll give the link a class name of styles link. And we'll say /dividends here. Hit save on that. Add one more container, and swap out the coins icon with the Flask icon, and we'll swap out dividends with research, and we'll do /research. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the stock view JSX, and we'll add the stock view menu here. Make sure that that was imported, and it was. So we'll just make sure we move this up so everything's neatly organized. And let's go ahead and see what this looks like. So we hit save, and if I'm not mistaken, right now when we go to our browser, this is going to push our content a little further to the left. Alright. So what we want is to have this component on the right hand side here show up underneath this component, the info component on the left hand side under the header. So what we need to do in order to make that happen is we need to go to the subheader CSS file, and we'll give this a position of relative. And then we'll head back to our stock view menu, and we'll grab the stockview menu class, and we'll give that a position of absolute and a bottom of 0. So that'll position this component absolutely, and that means that it'll be positioned absolutely in a relationship to the next element that has position relative. So in this case, that's the subheader. If we didn't have the subheader here as position relative, then the reference for this component's positioning would be the window. So now the component is displaying down here in the bottom part of the screen. So that's why we added the position relative to our subheader, because we want the component to be placed up top here. Now let's go back and start styling the component. So we'll say that the containers are flex containers. We'll give a color of white. We'll give the stock view menu itself a display flex attributes, and we will give a margin on the left and right hand side of 15 pixels, and then we will grab the icon and the link and we'll style that as well. So the icon, will give a width 15 pixels, height 15 pixels, and a fill of white. And then the link will be text decoration, non-color, and maybe a padding. Alright, we'll go 18.5 here, and we'll say margin is 8 pixels, and we'll give the alignment a centered, and that'll make the items kind of line up horizontally. Alright, so let's go ahead and just adjust the margin right a little bit. And we'll also go ahead and add a slight padding to the bottom of the container. And let's go ahead and remove the margin on the left hand side, just see what that looks like. Okay, and we'll increase that to 20. And we'll remove the slash here. All right, put it back for now. All right, so that's our menu for now, and now we'll get started on controlling this content area and setting up the links in the next lesson.